Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. UPI reports that the U.S. government on Thursday issued new sanctions targeting Cuba's military and government regime. The sanctions are aimed at depriving Havana of access to illicit assets, specifically Moa Nickel S.A., Grupo de Administración Empresarial S.A., CASA, and GASA's senior executive officer Ania Guillermina Lastres Morera were sanctioned. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio stated these actions are part of the Trump administration's comprehensive campaign to address threats posed by Cuba's communist regime. The U.S. alleges that GASA controls about 40% of Cuba's economy and funnels proceeds to overseas accounts, neglecting the island's needs. Cuban Prime Minister Bruno Rodriguez Parilla denounced the U.S. statements as cynical, hypocritical, and deceitful, calling the aggression collective punishment of a genocidal nature. He stated it uses the nation as a hostage for domination. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, summit in the Philippines has commenced, with leaders confronting mounting challenges, including a worsening regional energy crisis, the prolonged civil conflict in Myanmar, and persistent tensions in the South China Sea. Hosted by Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the two-day event in Cebu is addressing energy and food security as top priorities, exacerbated by Iran-linked disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. Despite the focus on energy, Myanmar's military rule, and the bloc's non-recognition of its election remain contentious. Meanwhile, geopolitical competition between the United States and China adds complexity, as member states weigh their dependencies. Analysts from UPI note that significant breakthroughs on long-standing political issues like Myanmar and the South China Sea remain unlikely, overshadowed by the immediate economic impact of energy instability. Al Jazeera examines whether China can play a pivotal role in resolving the ongoing U.S.-Israel war on Iran. As implied by its headline, "Can China help end the Iran war?" The article highlights a recent meeting between Chinese and Iranian foreign ministers occurring during a tense ceasefire. China has emerged as a significant diplomatic force in the Middle East, notably facilitating the re-establishment of diplomatic relations between Riyadh and Tehran in 2023. Both the United States and Iran are reportedly looking to Beijing for assistance in de-escalating the current conflict. The discussion explores China's ability to drive peace efforts and how its substantial economic influence might shape the course of negotiations. Guests include Setareh Shadeki from Tehran University, former senior CIA officer Scott Uelinger, and Andy Mock from the Center for China and Globalization. Gulf states, including Qatar, Bahrain, and the UAE, are urging United Nations action to ensure safety in the Strait of Hormuz. A draft resolution, also supported by Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the United States, demands Iran halt attacks on ships, cease imposing illegal tolls, and disclose the location of all mines to guarantee freedom of navigation. The states emphasize the critical need to restore traffic levels to pre-war volumes, highlighting that the current situation jeopardizes global economic stability, energy security, and regional peace. They also call for Iran's cooperation in establishing a humanitarian corridor to deliver essential goods. The U.S. envoy condemned Iran's alleged cynical bid for leverage and the imposition of tolls, stating that collective punishment of the world is unacceptable and illegal under international law. Iran's foreign minister responded that navigation will normalize if the war and spelling ain pars, blaming the U.S. for the current instability. UPI reports that Chile and Argentina are facing a significant rise in hantavirus infections, prompting concerns from health authorities. Chile has seen 39 confirmed cases and a 33% fatality rate by May 2026, already surpassing its 2025 totals. Argentina has reported 42 cases, with a mortality rate between 31% and 39%, considerably higher than its historical average. This increase is partly attributed to climate change, with milder winters fostering larger populations of long-tailed pygmy rice rats, the virus's primary carriers. The situation gained international attention after an outbreak on the MV Hondias cruise ship, which departed from Ushuaia, Argentina. The World Health Organization confirmed 5 cases and 3 suspected cases linked to the cruise, resulting in 3 deaths. The Andes strain, unique for its human-to-human transmission capability through close contact, is a particular concern. While the virus has spread to more populated areas in Argentina, health officials, including the Tonau over AOU, Croats apparently classified the outbreak as a public health event of limited international concern, emphasizing that the risk of a global epidemic remains low due to the requirement for prolonged close contact. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.